Everyone shows you the Instagram photos, palm trees, cheap wine, and smiling expats living their best life. But what happens when the honeymoon phase ends and reality hits? I've discovered the dark truths about retiring abroad that no one talks about, but more importantly, I'll show you exactly how to avoid these pitfalls completely. Retiring abroad isn't the endless vacation that travel blogs make it seem. Behind those sunset photos are real challenges that can turn your dream retirement into a nightmare, but only if you're unprepared. Today, I'm revealing the harsh realities that most people discover too late, plus the specific strategies successful expat retirees use to overcome every single one of these obstacles. Stick around to the end because I'll give you the complete roadmap to avoid these problems entirely. The loneliness epidemic. Picture this. You wake up in paradise, but you have no one to share it with. This is the reality many retirees face when they move abroad, especially older expats who leave behind decades of friendships and family connections. The isolation hits hardest during life's significant moments, when a grandchild is born, a loved one falls ill, or you simply need someone who understands your cultural references and shares your memories. Building new friendships in your 60s or 70s is challenging enough at home, but abroad it becomes exponentially harder. Language barriers create walls, even in English-speaking countries, where accents and cultural nuances can leave you feeling like an outsider. Expat communities can be cliquish or transient, with people constantly coming and going, making deep connections difficult to maintain. But here's the good news. This is completely preventable. Successful expat retirees start building their social network before they move. They join online expat groups, attend virtual meetups, and even visit their chosen destination multiple times to establish connections. The key is being intentional about community building rather than hoping friendships will happen naturally. Many thriving expats also volunteer with local charities, join hobby groups, or take language classes, activities that create instant social circles with shared interests. Healthcare reality check. The glossy brochures promise world-class healthcare at bargain prices, but the reality is far more complex and potentially dangerous. While some countries do offer excellent medical care, the quality varies dramatically by location. And what works in capital cities often doesn't exist in the affordable beach towns where many retirees settle. Language barriers become life-threatening when you can't communicate symptoms or understand treatment options. Medical terminology is complex, even in your native language, and misunderstandings can have serious consequences. Emergency situations become nightmares when you can't explain your medical history or current medications to first responders who don't speak English. However, smart expat retirees solve this problem with preparation and research. They choose destinations known for medical tourism with English-speaking doctors, research hospitals before moving, and often maintain relationships with U.S. doctors through telemedicine. Many successful expats also learn basic medical vocabulary in the local language and carry translated medical histories and medication lists. The key is treating healthcare as a primary factor in destination selection, not an afterthought. Financial traps and hidden costs. That budget spreadsheet showing you could live like royalty on your pension? It's probably missing some crucial expenses that only become apparent after you've committed to the move. Currency fluctuations can devastate fixed incomes overnight. What seemed affordable when the exchange rate was favorable can become unmanageable when currencies shift. Gringo pricing is real and pervasive in many popular retirement destinations. From rent to groceries to services, foreigners often pay premium prices simply because locals assume they can afford it. These inflated costs aren't always obvious initially, but they add up significantly over time, eroding the cost of living advantages that attracted you in the first place. The solution lies in thorough financial planning and local knowledge. Successful expats budget for currency fluctuations by maintaining emergency funds in multiple currencies, learn local pricing by shopping with locals, and often negotiate long-term contracts to lock in rates. They also build relationships with other expats who can share knowledge about fair pricing and reliable service providers. The key is treating the first year as a learning period and budgeting accordingly. Before I show you the last few dark sides of retiring abroad, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And remember to watch carefully to the end so you don't miss the complete roadmap to avoid these problems entirely. Legal and visa nightmares. Immigration laws change without warning, and what was once a guaranteed path to residency can disappear overnight. Countries adjust their retirement visa requirements based on political changes, economic conditions, or simply shifting attitudes toward foreign residents. Long-term expats have found themselves suddenly unable to renew visas they'd held for years. Overstaying visas isn't just an administrative inconvenience, it can result in hefty fines, deportation, and multi-year bans from re-entry. Imagine being locked out of the country you now call home because of missed paperwork or misunderstood requirements. The stress of constantly monitoring visa requirements and maintaining legal status becomes a full-time worry. But this nightmare is entirely avoidable with proper legal preparation. Successful expats work with immigration lawyers from day one, maintain meticulous records, and always have backup plans. They choose countries with stable, well-established retirement visa programs and never rely on tourist visas for long-term stays. Many also maintain legal residency in multiple countries as insurance against policy changes. The investment in proper legal advice pays for itself by preventing costly mistakes and providing peace of mind. Relationship strain and family fractures. Retirement abroad doesn't just test your adaptability, it tests every important relationship in your life. Couples who seemed perfectly compatible at home can find themselves spending 24/7 together without the structure of work or familiar routines, magnifying small irritations into major conflicts. The stress of adapting to a new culture, dealing with bureaucracy, and managing daily challenges in a foreign language can strain even strong marriages. For single retirees, dating becomes complicated by cultural differences, language barriers, and assumptions about older foreigners. Building meaningful romantic relationships requires navigating unfamiliar social norms and potentially exploitative situations where your foreign status makes you a target. The good news is that many couples report their relationships actually improved abroad once they learn to navigate the transition properly. The key is maintaining individual interests and friendships, while also creating new, shared experiences. Successful expat couples often take separate language classes, pursue different hobbies, and maintain regular communication with family back home. They also schedule regular relationship check-ins to address issues before they become major problems. Cultural shock and identity crisis, the honeymoon phase of retirement abroad eventually ends, often replaced by frustration and culture shock that can last for years. Simple tasks that were automatic at home, grocery shopping, banking, or dealing with utilities, become complex challenges requiring patience and problem-solving skills that may be diminished by age. Bureaucracy operates differently in every country, often in ways that seem illogical or inefficient to American sensibilities. What should be simple processes, opening a bank account, getting internet service, or registering with local authorities, can take weeks or months and require multiple visits to different offices with ever-changing requirements. However, expats who thrive abroad approach cultural differences with curiosity rather than frustration. They learn to see bureaucratic challenges as puzzles to solve rather than personal attacks on their efficiency. Many successful expats also hire local assistants or fixers who understand the system and can navigate bureaucracy on their behalf. The key is accepting that different doesn't mean wrong, it's just different. The solution: your complete avoidance strategy. Here's how to sidestep every single one of these problems. Phase 1. Research and preparation, 6 to 12 months before moving. Choose your destination based on healthcare quality, legal stability, and existing expat communities, not just cost of living. Visit multiple times and for extended periods. Join online expat groups and start building relationships before you move. Phase 2. Professional support team. Hire local professionals, immigration lawyer, accountant, and real estate agent before you need them. Establish relationships with English-speaking doctors and dentists. Consider hiring a local assistant for your first year to help navigate bureaucracy. Phase 3. Financial safety net. Budget for 50% higher costs than your research suggests for the first year. Maintain emergency funds in multiple currencies. Set up banking relationships in both countries before you move. Phase 4. Social integration strategy. Plan specific activities for building friendships, volunteer work, hobby groups, language classes. Schedule regular trips home to maintain family relationships. Create routines that provide structure and purpose in your new life. Here's the truth. Retiring abroad has real challenges, but they're all solvable with proper preparation. The retirees who struggle are usually the ones who moved impulsively without understanding what they were getting into. The ones who thrive treated their move like a major life project, with research, planning, and professional support. Every problem I've mentioned today has been solved by thousands of successful expat retirees. The difference between a dream retirement and a nightmare isn't luck, it's preparation. If this video helped you prepare you for retirement, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.